Crazy Elk 99 here with a rare, very rare, actually first motorcycle related review. For those that know me personally, that's probably shocking because I'm as into motorcycles as anything. Most people know me for being into guns, and that I am. But for some reason I've never done a motorcycle video. So I thought I'd do one this time on comparing two soft bag systems on the budget end. Okay, so what I'm going to compare is and this is not a full review, this is more of a tabletop plus, if you will. Initial impression: the Nelson Rigg SE3050 compared to the Tusk Pilot. And I know a lot of people within the KLR and the GS communities are familiar with both bag systems, but I thought I'd compare them kind of together because I've not been the only one curious about a budget end bag, while somebody tries to figure out if they're really into off-road stuff or not. Admittedly, my background is street riding, but I've been interested in getting into some more off the paved service type of stuff. Nothing hardcore, but you know, have a little more fun in something other than asphalt. My R12 GS currently has the BMW Vario bags, which I absolutely love. They're great touring bags, or all-around bags for that purpose, but I don't trust this, given they're made out of polymer or a plastic, I don't trust that they would take a fall too well off-road, and I expect that a fall will occur. So I wanted to look at some soft bags, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I wasn't sure if I'm gonna really like this off-road stuff. So get into it for a couple $100 and see how it is, and worst case you're out a couple $100. But the nicer high-end bags, and there are plenty out there way better than these, no doubt. You're looking at $500, $600, $800 for a set of bags, and I'm just not ready to commit to that investment until I know this is what I want to do. So without further ado, first one we'll look at is the Nelson Rigg SE3050. Hopefully this bright yellow does not wash out the camera too much. There's a story behind why these are yellow. They come in yellow and black. If you don't like the yellow, don't let that put you off at the end of the video, because you can get them in black. But this particular set was ordered, or not ordered, was purchased in yellow. Nelson Riggs claims they're 27 liters. I don't know that that's a fact. Right now they're packed with some styrofoam and bubble wrap and stuff like that. There's still room to put more stuff in them, but that's what's in them right now. They're made out of a rubberish type of material that looks like it would be easy to clean, if that's important to you, as opposed to, we'll see when we get into the Tusk bags, they're made out of mostly, the outside is a Cordura, which is kind of an open weave type of material, and dirt and stuff would get impregnated, and it would probably be difficult to keep them clean if that's important to you. If you're a hardcore adventure rider, it's not important to you. On to about these bags. They are made with a pad on the back that you can remove if you want, and this would probably be more so to protect your body work if you didn't have a rack system on there, but I think they would come into play even with a rack system. That's removable. They attach from one side to the other with large Velcro straps. That's the attachment system from one bag to the other across the bike. You may, depending on your bike, you may be able to attach them under the seat, or if you're not putting the rear seat on. Obviously that's, in my particular bike, you'll see in the forthcoming video that I was not able to do that. I had to go over the seat because of the way my bike is made. The way the straps work on these is, now I will say Nelson Rigg claims that all their buckles are metal, and indeed they are. All their buckles are metal. They have this type of strap here. There's two on each side with the buckle with the clevis in it, or that allows you to tighten it down. And these straps serve two functions. Again, a pair on each side of the bag. And Nelson Rigg offers a dry bag to go on this. I don't know the capacity of it. I'm not even going to guess. To go on the side of this bag, and you can strap them down there. And these also serve as the straps to secure it to the rack or the bike, as you may wish. The downside there's no downside to the buckle system in my opinion. It's metal, that's a strong system, but they don't include anything, or if they did, it's lost on these bags to secure the loose webbing when you're done. So that's not a huge deal. I mean, you could, I'm sure you can purchase some of these elastic, a couple of them do have it on it, but not all of them. You could easily purchase these elastic bands or tape or whatever. Not a huge deal there. And then you have two of those on each side, and on the top you also have another two that are made. They make a dry bag to go on the top too if you wanted to put that on. Hopefully you can hear me over here. Sound of freedom. Those are Marine Corps Ospreys flying there. These straps are made to secure two purposes. They cinch the top of the bag down if you want to make it compact, and they secure the dry bag if you're holding it on top. And these are kind of a neat system. They do have the elastic band to take up the excess. We'll go ahead and pull that off, which leads me to wonder if it's not lost on these other four straps. So that's kind of peculiar. But the way this buckle works, once you get the link set, I don't know if you can catch that, but it's got an open hook on it, and then there's a loop right here that it kind of fits in like that. And that's kind of a neat system, a little fast. It's no faster than a clip buckle is that you'll see on these Tusk bags when we get to them. And they also have a couple loops here that you can strap some more stuff to in addition. Opening up the top, we'll see what they offer here. And they close just like just about any dry bag does. You roll it down and pull it down, and on each side there's another one of those same type of buckles to secure it. You can unroll it for your contents. One thing that's neat about these bags that isn't an offering on the Tusk bags is they come with an insert where you could just, if you wanted to leave this on your bag, you could have your goods in this and just carry it to your tent, your hotel, or whatever you wanted to do. So that's kind of cool if you ask me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they're very lightweight. I don't know how long they would last, but it's still a nice offering. And you can tell by how baggy they are right now. I don't have them really stuffed. And these are closed with a zipper and just got two handles on them. We'll set that aside. As far as the bag construction goes, I already said it's made out of a rubberish type of a material. Looks to be waterproof for sure. It's advertised as waterproof. I think it would hold water if you wanted to put some ice in there and maybe some cold soda pops or cerveza or whatever your desire is. Now, the bags come with a rigid. Let me open this other one up here. Right now they're very floppy, but they come with one of these things that holds their shape, and that just slides down in there, and there's two pockets in there that hold it in place. And it's really nice if you don't like a really saggy bag when your bags aren't full. This is the other bag, and it's got that. It has that in it. Here's the insert for that one. It has that in there already. You can't really tell by that, but it's empty and it holds its shape very well. And without that, you have this, which you may want. You may want to make it as compact as possible if you don't have it full. Personally, I kind of like it with this system right here. That there's no nothing rigid on the front or the back of them, only around the side and the bottom to hold its shape. So that's the Nelson Riggs. On to the Tusk Pilots. The Tusk Pilots, unlike the Nelson Riggs, well, first I'll go to the capacity, the claimed capacity by the manufacturer. Can't verify it. Frankly, they don't look at. Let me back up one minute to the ones with the size and roll this down. I did bring a tape measure for a reason, and you see they hold air pretty good. These would be a good flotation device if you needed them. Size-wise, let's just go from the bottom to. My first day with the tape measure. So you're looking at the neighborhood of, depending on how much you got in it, say 13 to 15 inches, something like that, tall. And on the width, they're a little narrower at the bottom At the bottom, you're looking at about 12 inches, and at the top, about 15 inches. And depth-wise, we're looking at right at 8 inches. So that gives you some comparison. So we'll come over to the Tusk bag. And again, the Nelson rigs were claimed to be 27 liters. The Tusk bags are claimed to be 35 liters. They don't look, frankly, that much bigger to me, but I don't know. That's the manufacturer's claim. And I've got them pretty full, except for you could probably put a little more bulkage on the top. And we'll go ahead and do the measurements on this while we have it. So top to bottom, and again, you see a seam right here. That's kind of where they're meant to be. You could probably put a little more in them, but about, let's say 13.5 inches. Width-wise, you're looking at about 15, all the way up and down. They're straighter than the others. And depth, about 7 inches. So I question the capacity compared to the Nelson rigs to some degree. Construction, the Tusk bags are more like I mentioned maybe before, the open weave Cordura. Down here they do have that same rubberized type of material. Towards the bottom you can see the gray, and on the bottom there, again, if having dirty stuff on your bike is a problem with you, these will probably be hard to keep clean just because of that. But there's not a lot to say bad about them otherwise. Let's go to the strap system. Each side, first of all, each side has this MOLLE system. If you're a military guy, you're probably familiar with the MOLLE system. It allows you to secure with the MOLLE system. MOLLE mount system allows you to secure different stuff there if you wanted. That's on the front. Well, I guess it could be the back, depending on which bag you put it. That is the back because it's got the reflective strip on it. And the Nelson rigs also had a nice reflective strip on the back of those as well, if you caught that or not. It's actually a little more prominent than this one. But onto the straps. They, like the Nelson rig, they have 2 straps on each side. I suppose you could secure stuff to the bag with those straps. I don't know that they offer something purpose-made for that, but these are also the same straps you'd use to secure it to your rack or your bike system. And that's what I did when I secured it to the bike that you saw earlier, or you'll see later, I should say. So that's 2 straps on each side there. You've got 2 straps on the top, the same type of thing. You could strap something to the top of the bag, or just use the straps to secure the bag. Now these straps are the ones on the side. Use a debuckle type of system here. No, not really debuckle, but, and all the buckles on this bag are plastic or polymer, whatever word you want to use. And then they also have a little belt loop type of thing to kind of secure the excess, which is kind of a nice feature, so it's not flopping around in the wind. The top straps, they have an elastic, but a Velcro type of a strap retention for the excess, which is nice. And then they have these quick clips to disconnect that. And you can pull these through if you wanted. We don't need to right now. A D-ring on each side here. And then they've got 2 clips on this side with, again, a Velcro strap to keep the excess up. And this is to secure the main compartment, again, the roll top dry bag system like the others. Now this one does not, like I said, it doesn't have the insert that holds the shape. There's nothing here to see but bubble wrap and styrofoam. So on the back side, you have a protective, smaller than the Nelson rig, but a protective thing to protect your body work or whatever you would. And this is removable easily with Velcro if you wanted to remove that. They do have a handle with these. If you're carrying them solo, it kind of carries like that. But if you had the 2 bags, you know, built together and grab both handles, it'd kind of keep them straight upright, I suppose. So that's a nice feature as well. Overall, the strap system on this compared to the Nelson rig, I like that all the excess straps are easily retained with some built-in device to retain the flapping strap. I like that. Not a big deal, like I already mentioned. I should go back to to how each strap secures to itself, or how each bag secures itself. It's got a wide nylon belt with plastic clips. Now, that's a lot, how to say a lot. It's probably more secure than the Velcro. I'm not a big fan of Velcro as an only securing system because Velcro wears out over time. So this is probably a little more durable in that regard. But the downsides, and I'll mention it here coming forward, is passenger comfort, which I suspect to be a problem with those large Velcro straps. If you had a passenger on the back and you had to strap the strap over the rear seat, you couldn't put it under, which was my case. I was worried about the Nelson Rigg Velcro straps being uncomfortable for passenger. They would definitely be uncomfortable if you couldn't go into the seat, because the buckles will be on top of the seat. There's no way to, there's not enough length to give away to keep the buckles down here somewhere. There's not link in the strap for that. So if you ride with a passenger, this could be an issue for both bag systems, in my opinion, if you're not able to get to secure the straps under the passenger seat. So we've covered that, the straps, we've covered the construction, we've covered the claimed capacity, the dimensions. Overall, they both attach to the bike very similarly. The straps work a little differently, but in the end, they're doing the same thing, and they attach to my bike in about the same places from one bag to the other. And there is sufficient strap for you to secure them snugly to the bike so they're not flopping around, which is very important. And particularly if you're doing some off the pavement stuff, they're going to bounce around a lot, and you don't want that at all, because the more they bounce, the looser they'll get. So from here, I'll end this video. We'll roll into the 2 quick walkarounds, and then I'll come back for summer. Okay, so here's the Nelson Rigg's SE3050s. Quickly mounted to my R12 GS. Just to give you an idea, the bag on the left side that you're viewing right now, I have padded, or I should say filled that with some stuff to give you an idea of the capacity. You could put more stuff in it than I have now, but that seemed to probably be about maybe 80% full. I don't know. One thing I will say that I don't really like about these bags, there are plenty of straps to secure the bags to the rack or whatever you're securing them to, but there's nothing to secure the excess strap. Now that's not a big deal. Obviously you could use rubber bands or tape or whatever, but I don't like that. That seems like that should have been something easy for them to include, which they did on the 2 top straps. You see they've got one of these rubber band type of things that you can secure the excess strap for. So that's not a huge thing, but it is a point to mention. But overall, they seem like they'll work fine. Not loving the yellow color, but that's what it is. I've already discussed why I have the yellow ones here. One thing I would prefer right now, the way the straps or the 2 bags attach to each other is via these 2 wide Velcro straps. I would like a strap with buckles in addition to the Velcro, if not in place of, just because Velcro over time loses its stickiness. Not a major deal, but just another point to consider. Also, I tried to put these straps under the seat, because if you had a passenger, this is probably less than comfortable. I think I could slide this one behind the seat, and that's secured a little better. That'd be okay. This probably wouldn't be that comfortable for a passenger. Unfortunately, I was not able to put it under the seat. The straps were just too thick, and the seats on this R12 GS, the back seat fits very tightly to the bottom of the or to the base there. So I tried a number of ways and just wasn't able to do it. But that gives you an idea of the Nelson Rigg SE3050s. Again, this is just on this bike. They would be mounted very similar to another bike. This bag on the right side, I don't really have it strapped down. It's just hanging there. But this will give you an idea what the racks, these Givi, I'm not sure how you say it, the racks. This is their Monokey racks. Yeah, I like them. I haven't, they're just freshly mounted as well. So All right, so next up will be the walk around with the Tusk Pilots. Okay, here's a quick walk around of the Tusk Pilots mounted to the R12GS. And again, same as the last one, showing the Nelson Riggs. The left bag is stuffed with stuff. Probably put a little more stuff in it than you see there. And the right one, you get an idea. It has absolutely nothing in it. It's just hanging there. I didn't even fasten it down. You get an idea how thin it is. It really has no shape holding characteristics to it at all. If you don't have stuff in it, it's going to be baggy, to use a pun. One thing about these that is better than the Nelson Riggs is they do have a method to secure the excess strapping material. Here you see the Velcro system, and I think there's another Velcro system here, and down here they've got like a clip thing that you can run the excess strap through the clip. So that's the Pilot or Tusk Pilot bags. Each have their pros and cons. So hopefully you found this helpful. Okay, hopefully you found that informative. One thing I didn't mention when I talked about both bags is price. I just checked Amazon right before filming this video, and the Nelson Riggs come in at about $170 current price, 168 something, and the cheapest price I saw them on Amazon for the Tusk was $178, so about a $10 difference, negligible really, 10 bucks from one to the other. So I wouldn't let that be the deciding factor of the $10 for you. If you weren't sure, or if you favored one over the other, I wouldn't weigh in towards price. $10, heck, it barely doesn't even buy 2 gallons of gas, right? So so which would I go with? I mean, just looking at them right now, again, these claim to be 35 liters and these claim to be 27, and side to side, I don't see the difference. I don't see that 8-liter difference. I just don't see it. So I'm going to call that a draw. Frankly, they're too close to call. But if anything, the Nelson Riggs look a little more spacious, so I'll call that a draw. Even though these would be harder to keep clean, I like the Cordura. I feel like it would be a little more durable in a bit of a spill, and you hit some gravel or a rock or something like that. I feel like this would take the impact a little better than this. But for the price, you know, it's not a big deal. So I don't know. I think it's a personal choice. I will tell you, I'm going with these yellow bad boys right here. And I'll tell you why. Because after I ordered these are the ones I was going to go with. I think I paid 200 plus tax, so I think I paid 215 bucks for them. And I just saw them for 178, so I overpaid, and that was on Amazon. I think I wanted them in a hurry, and that was the higher price was faster shipping, which was not smart on my part, but they're going back anyway, because I'm choosing these. These are roughly $180, let's say. These are $170 if you have to buy them new. Right after I ordered these on Marketplace, an hour away, a guy was selling them, and I offered him 80 bucks for them, and you can see they're like new. There's hardly any signs of wear, really no signs of wear at all. A little dirt smudge here or there. So 80 bucks, that's why I'm going with them. If it wasn't for that, it would be a lot harder decision for me, and I don't know what I would choose. Capacity wise, man, I tell you, I keep coming back to it, but if capacity is an issue, I would go with the smaller claimed ones because they look bigger to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me look at, while we're wrapping this video up, I apologize for dragging it out. Let's just look at how long these are to see if that's something you could expand and make more space, because right now they're rolled down to the visual top of the bag. I don't think so. I think that's a wash too, right? Even if you put a little more in them, just rolled them like right there and pulled it down. I don't think you're going to get any more in this Tusk than you are in the Nelson Riggs. So I don't know which capacity is correct, but I think definitely, I don't know if this is 27 liters or not, but I'm sure that this isn't 8 liters bigger than this one. So I hope you found that useful. It just goes to show when you read the manufacturer's claims, you just don't get everything. So you do need occasionally somebody with real world experience. Now, as far as experience goes, how these bags are going to survive the test of time, neither one of them have been more than down my driveway so I could video it. So I haven't put them on the road at all. Don't know how they're going to hold up. I suspect, like I said, this one will be a little more durable after a few impacts, but I think this one would hold up for a while too, and probably wouldn't be that hard to repair if that's something you'd like to do to keep adding value to something you've already purchased. So I hope you found this video informative. If so, please give me a like. If you're only a bike guy and not into guns, you probably don't want to subscribe. I will try to do some more bike content because it is a passion of mine. I think it's just a little more difficult because there's a little more logistics involved. But without further ado, hope you'll have a great day, and we'll see you on the road.